Cammie finding ways to win. Slow start. They said that, they thought they were ready, but maybe they weren't. And when a team comes out, they had 5 3-pointers in the first quarter. Do you, in your mind, say they're not going to keep at that pace firing 3-pointers? I mean, they were 64%. That's pretty hard to keep up. So did you just feel like, hey, got a lot of basketball left to play here, and we can get this back down to where it needs to be?
No, I thought they were going to make them the rest of the game.
Are you being sarcastic?
No, I'm really not. I thought the ones they got, I mean, it's hard. That was one of our game plans, was not to give them threes. And they have probably 4 people on the floor that shoot a lot of threes. And so we knew they shot threes. They happened to not have made them this year. One was 1 of 7, 1 of 8. Maybe the most anyone had made so far was 2 of 10 or something, but last year's season stats, they were way good, 3-point shooting team. So it was a game plan of ours. Now, I was a little bit surprised by the post player that stepped out 14 and made, I thought someone made 2 in a row on Courtney Smith. I don't remember how that was. And, at that point we just thought, those 2 surprised me. I think Savannah Scott gave up one where she just didn't guard and contest it. And then we got what I think they're good at, and I think we do some good things similar to them, is that they get some cuts to the basket and they just get you to take a false step in to suck in and help. And then all of a sudden they've got good guards that can find open shooters on the outside, and that's their game. And so once we really said guard the 3 and then quit helping so much off of drives that we didn't need to help on, I think we just clearly kind of got a handle of their speed and how they were attacking us, and clearly guarded better in the 3 other quarters of the game. So but I love how San Francisco plays. I think she's got them playing at such a great pace, and it's hard to guard, and I think it took a great defensive effort to guard them as well as we did, and obviously our offense kind of got going a little bit, and we made some key baskets to pull away a little bit.
Well, you become a lot more difficult to beat when your 2 little ones combine to go 7 for 10 from 3-point range. And then I look here too, you only send them to the foul line for 10 shots, but on the other flip, you're 14 for 15 from the line, and that's, I don't know. Free throws are a pet peeve of mine because that's a free shot. There's nobody defending you. And when you look at all the points that are left there, and you go 14 for 15, and get back to Kiwi. 4 for 4. I mean, she had 6 rebounds, 12 points, 4 assists, 2 steals, 4 for 4 from the line. And she's on the floor as much as these 2 little ones, in scrums, pushing the ball out. I mean, and what did she say that when she was a sophomore, you told her that she had to be a stat stuffer, and today is an example of exactly what that is.
I wasn't sure what she was going to say I told her, because believe me, her first 2 years I told her some very unpleasant things, but she has done that. She has taken to heart that. But I think if you really just watch Kiana Williams on the defensive end of the floor, she guards everybody. She gets to help on people that are driving. It's not her help, but she goes. She is, I think, the best defender in the Big Sky. I think she can guard anybody. But like you said, it shows up on a million other things. And when she's scoring and getting to the foul line and doing those things, I mean, that just is icing on the cake. When we can get her in double digits, and that's what's been missing a little bit for us, is to have 4 people in double digits and the 5th person being at 8 points. If we can get that kind of balance, and because we're always someone's going to get hot and probably can go for 20 or 25 or hopefully even 30. But when we have good balance, I think that's when we're at our best.
This is a tough road trip. You're probably going as far away from home as you've ever, right? I mean, that's halfway across the country. And I don't know what the atmosphere or anything is at, what is it, Quinnipiac?
Yeah.
But obviously their program is very good.
Yeah, I read about it. I think they've played Missouri on the road, Iowa in a tournament, and then they just played at Ohio State. So they're 0-3, but having played, basically 3 top 25 teams in power programs. So it's their home opener, and they're
it is.
they're lowering the banners for their winning their league and getting to the Sweet 16. So there's no question, and they were the darlings of the NCAA tournament. They got to the Sweet 16. They beat Marquette in Miami in the NCAA tournament. They lose to Connecticut in the Sweet 16. So last year's team was heck, we want to be that. We want to be that this year. But we're going to face as tough of environment as imaginable. I'm sure, I don't know what kind of crowd they get, but I bet it's going to be a big one. And again, we knew it when we scheduled this game. We knew who they were at that point. And it's just another example of trying to put our players on a big stage in a tough environment and seeing how we stack up with, probably I hope we're a little bit like them. I hope we can compete with them, even on the road.
And Fordham sits right in the Bronx. So I don't know what kind of a following they have, but that's another well-established, university that, it's not like they're an unknown, even though they sit in the Bronx amongst all the, you can call it what you want.
They're going to be fun because they have 2 freshmen New Zealanders and people that played against Tiarna and Crystal. So it's a little bit of a homecoming for those 2 or those 4. And but again, we love to do that over Thanksgiving, is pick up 2 games and then hopefully have a great Thanksgiving meal together and spend that time together, and then spend the day in New York on Saturday before we come home on Sunday. So this is one of those where it's a business trip for basketball purposes for 2 games, but it's also, this is where you become a great team and you bond and you get to know each other better and you build chemistry. And so this is well thought out. Again, this is why you schedule. It's not just one-dimensional there. So we're looking forward to going on the road and building some momentum as we go.